This is MC Tone from the 757 Spin Nothing But the Truth. Back to y'all another video. And today, it's the NFL football, man. Today, it's just a weekend recovery, man. To see how the game's doing, my thoughts and my opinions, analysis. And I'm going to start off with the Giants and Steelers. And I heard it from the Steelers fans. And I'm admit here, I probably was wrong about the Steelers take. I thought this team, it just didn't look like it was as talented compared to what they had in the division. I had them I had to mention that, possibly finishing last, and they have a potential to finishing last more than they had finishing first in their division and going to the Super Bowl. But I was actually wrong, man. The Steelers play great, and like I said, their defense is nasty. That is the best Pittsburgh defense I've seen under Mike Tomlin, period. And that defense, like I said, I know it was the Giants, and the Giants still got a lot of work to do, but I was highly impressed. The defense looked dominant, very dominant. And TJ Watt, he's put on a campaign to be Defensive Player of the Year. So watch out for TJ Watt and what he can do, man. He's a great defensive player. Just a great talent overall from that roster. Benny Snell had 19 carries for 113 yards. Ben Roethlisberger, 21 of 32 for 229 for 3 touchdowns, and that was pretty good. A great game by him. And like I said, the Steelers pretty good. And Big Ben, hey, like I said, if he can give you 80% of what he was, that's pretty good. And he did that. He was great. Shout out to Big Ben and hey, Steelers Nation, they proving me wrong, man. That team looked like it's gonna be a playoff team, and the way the defense is playing, it's probably gonna be the best in the league. Daniel Jones, 26 for 41, 279. It was a tough game for him. Threw 2 interceptions. At the end of the day, the Giants still got a long build ahead of them. The offensive line looked a little shaky, but that's the Pittsburgh Steelers defense that was pretty good. So we're going to see how they progress during the season. Denver and Tennessee, the game that they played yesterday. They played Tennessee. Hey, give it to Derrick Henry and watch him just wear defenses out. 31 carries for 116 yards, man. Just really tired him out. Tannehill, good game. Managed the game pretty good. 29-43 for 249, 101. Pretty solid game. The defense played good. Rashaan Evans left early. The defense didn't fold. It was great for him. Like I said, this defense is solid. It's solid. The offense is playing good, and they play to their strengths, man. And one thing about it, Gukowski missed 4 field goals, kicked the game winner, and that's like I said, good start off for Tennessee. Denver, Drew Lock, 22 for 33, 216. Melvin Gordon, 78 yards, and Nick Font, 81 yards, 80 yards on the touchdown. So that was pretty decent. Drew Lock, I think for his first full season for starting, I think that was a decent game. Had to play a veteran coach like Mike Vrabel, who's going to make it tough for young quarterbacks. So let's see how they progress during the season. You had the Jets versus the Bills. Like I said, the Jets team is probably the least talented roster in the league. Le'Veon Bell, he's hurt. Jamison Crowder, he had a good game, but other than that, this is not a talented team. Besides offensive line, that the first rounder beats them, there's really no guy up there that really helps the offensive line. The defensive wise, it just looks a little shaky. Like I said, not a talented roster. A lot of holes right now. Sam Darnold is really not working with anybody. Josh Allen, man, what a game he had. 312. 2 touchdowns, did a lot of things with his legs. 6 digs, 8 for his first game with the Buffalo Bills. 8 catches for 86 yards, so very good. Like I said, this Bills defense is good. It's gonna be good. They play to their strengths. Josh Allen looks like he's improved. And it's funny, the first 2 picks, Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield didn't do good in their first couple of seasons, except Baker Mayfield won Rookie of the Year, but other than that, hasn't done anything. And you got guys like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. They went later on, and they're actually flourishing. And it's just funny. I guess they went to stable organizations, and you look to, I wouldn't even say Cleveland now. You could just say Baker Mayfield is just bad. Sam Darnold went to a dysfunctional organization, so it just shows you pick. You never know what you're getting sometimes. You got Packers versus Vikings. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers, man, he's a bad dude. And when you make a pissed off Aaron Rodgers, He's pissed off, man. That Jordan Love, he's really trying to make a point. When you throw for, we have 32 for 44 for 364 for 4 touchdowns. You're doing something right. Devontae Adams. And shout out to the wide receiver core of the Packers. They got a lot of blowback for not drafting a wide receiver. But Devontae Adams, Miles Valdez Scantling, and Larzays, they had great games. 14 catches for 156 yards from the Packers. It was a very productive day at the wide receiver core. Kirk Cousins, Kirk Cousins ain't better than Aaron Rodgers, man. And you knew the matchup was a mismatch, especially when their defense. To me, I think the Packers' defense is just as good as Minnesota's defense, and it was a good game. Adam Thielen had a big game, but like I said, the Kirk Cousins is really he's a pedestrian quarterback, not Aaron Rodgers. Washington versus Eagles. Wentz 24 for 42, 272 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And it was funny. Y'all started off 17-0. And we thought, oh, maybe Washington. This is same old Washington team. And I heard Dwayne Haskins, being a leader, rally the troops. Ron Rivera couldn't speak because he's getting his cancer treatment. So shout out to Dwayne Haskins, 17 for 31. Not a really strong game, but definitely got better as the game go along. Great halftime adjustments. Terry McLaurin, five catches, 61 yards. Like I said, it's just funny that the Eagles left this game on the whole. But hey, bless me. But what you call it? Carson Wentz blew it, and like I said, the offensive line is banged up right now. The receiver core is like a little shaky right now. So the Eagles, let's see if they can get better right now throughout the season. The Browns versus Ravens. You can't even put it on the Browns. You can't even put it on coaching anymore with Baker Mayfield. He threw an interception. He should have had at least 2 or 3 more, but I think they were dropped. 21 for 39, has no chemistry with Odell Beckham Jr. I think he's just forcing him the ball. Kareem Hunt, the run game is actually working really well for them, but like I said, Baker Mayfield, he's not making those opportunities that the run game is providing him. And we have Kareem Hunt 13 for 72 yards. Nick Chubb 10 carries for 60 yards. You're getting 32 yards at rushing. You should at least be at the play action, be killing them in the play action game. But at the end of the day, this is the Browns team that just looks like they're a quarterback away. And Lamar Jackson, who 20 for 25, 275, 3 touchdowns. Marquise Hollywood Brown, man, breakout star of the year, five catches for 101 yards, and that's just really impressive. It's just funny. Just imagine if they flip-flop. Do you think Lamar Jackson would still be Lamar Jackson with the Browns organization? I don't know. But it's just real funny to me that he was the last quarterback picked in the first round, and he was the first, and Lamar Jackson's having a better career. You can't even blame it on the Browns organization for being dysfunctional, because they gave Baker Mayfield weapons. They had his back. The roster is pretty decent for Browns. I just think, like I said, Baker Mayfield is still making the same mistakes that he's doing, that he's still making from his previous 2 seasons. Can't build off that first season that he had. But the Jaguars versus Indianapolis Colts. Like I said, the Jaguars are not that bad of a team that they trying to make them out to be. I said Phillip Rivers, he's keep on making the same mistakes that Phillip Rivers does, yo. He will have big yardage. He threw for 363, but he threw 2 interceptions to give it away. And Paris Campbell 6 catches for 71 yards, and Gardner Minshew, man. I said he's not a bad quarterback, man. This Jaguars team is not tanking. They could be surprised a lot of teams. They have a defense. Do not play with them like that. Robinson, Leonard Fournette was traded. We thinking that look, they're just tanking. No, they have assets now, and they might build a culture around them. It's culture over talent any day in football. And 16 carries for 62 yards, and he was running like a Maurice Jones-Drew back there. So shout out to him. Jaguars got the win. You got the Panthers and the Raiders. Oh, Derek Carr, he shut me up, man. I was a non-believer, and now I feel like, okay, he had a pretty good game. Derek Carr, 22 for 32, 39, had some explosive plays down the field, but the real star of the game was